All right. 8:57. And we are on camera, so hello if you're on Facebook, Dudley and Bob page, or if you're at KLBJ FM, Dudley and Bob page, or YouTube channel would be KLBJ FM. We had Tim come in September, and he was so much fun, we said, we got to get that guy back. Now, since then, have you started a YouTube channel yet?
I have not.
Tim, the most popular most popular podcast by regular people. We're not talking about NPR or anything like that, or Smartless or anything like that. But is when you have a topic that people love, a subject that people love, and you've got the personality that doing whatever once a week, twice a month on your wine thing. Bob's got one going on, and he just talks, and he's already. I think he's made $35.
He's famous again.
I've done a little better than that.
You're waiting for what number?
A little better.
You
than
hit
that.
a number, and then what happens? Is 40,000 views?
4,000 hours.
Yeah. Well, then what happens?
In a year's time.
He's had to go full news.
Then your monetization kicks in.
Okay. But Tim was here last time because I had a theory that there's no difference between wines. I mean, taste. I watched some dumb documentary. And how did it turn out? I was wrong, right?
Well, we had a question to answer last time, and we did answer the question that if you do spend a little bit more money on wine, you probably get a little bit more in the bottle.
Right.
But we also, at the same time, proved you don't have to spend a lot of money to get something very, very good. And in the case of Snoop's wine, which, Bob, I know you loved, and then, of course, we had the Kim Crawford Sauvignon Blanc. Both of those were $12.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I've already made one of Chewy's dreams come true this morning to have over $200 in his hand. There was a rumor you might be bringing caviar.
I do have some caviar, yes.
Oh, so
in fact, right over here.
Well, let's work it into your program, however you want to do it.
Well, I will say this: in this bag right here is a half a pound. Easy, Chewy, easy. There's a half a pound of caviar.
That's $700 or $800. Wouldn't that be
I know it's not what I want.
That's a lot.
What would that be? About $700 or $800?
I got this from a very good friend of mine, so I got the discount on
Is it?
But, yeah.
What was the?
It's not Beluga.
I wanted to say it so it'd be right because I thought I had it wrong. But Beluga caviar.
Yeah, no, Beluga. There's about 24 different types of sturgeon in the world. Beluga is the big one you always hear about, and then there's Sevruga and then Osetra. And those are three that come out of basically the Caspian Sea and the Black Sea. But it's been so overfished. I mean, if someone said, here's a tin of Beluga, I wouldn't believe it. Most of it comes from Iran, actually, and they just pack it as Russian and then sell it that way. What we have today, though, is a white sturgeon caviar from California. It's farm-raised, and it is every bit as good as Beluga, and we'll get to that in a few minutes.
But because it's a rich people's thing that they put at parties, but Chewy's going to be underwhelmed. It's not like you're putting golden chocolate.
Which flavor of Hot Pocket does it taste like?
It's not. I don't know. I've just always thought it was really overrated.
Well, here's the thing. Caviar and champagne really go together. I mean, it's like, I don't know, baseball and hot dogs, hookers
Chocolate,
and cocaine.
peanut butter.
Yeah.
Aunt Jemima pancakes and her syrup.
Well, the thing is, you have the texture of the champagne, so you have all the bubbles in there. And then the texture of the caviar, it's like BBs, like tiny little BBs, but they explode in your mouth. And the combination is great because you have ultimate umami flavors, very savory coming from the caviar. And then, of course, all the sparkling wines and champagnes we're going to drink are very, very high in acid.
Well,
so they go very, very good together.
How long until this stops bubbling?
Where do the bubbles come from? Looks like it's coming from the bottom of the glass. How does that happen?
Carbonation.
It is.
But why does it come from the bottom of the glass up to the top?
My Dr. Pepper don't do that.
I don't know why it comes from the bottom. All I know is that it's dissolved carbon dioxide. So when you release the cork, it will stop eventually. Supposedly, there's about 40 million bubbles in a bottle of champagne.
Who took the time to count?
Some PhD student figured it out.
So what are we doing? Let's get going with the program you planned.
Yeah, so what we've got today, we're going to compare sparkling wines to champagne. All right, so in front of you right now, you have two sparkling wines.
Now, hold on. If I remember correctly, sparkling wine is usually made in California or wherever. And isn't champagne it can only be from the Champagne district of France?
Correct.
Yeah.
And
otherwise, it's a sparkling wine.
Right. Everything outside of champagne is considered sparkling wine, although they will use the same method. So all the wines that we're drinking today are made from the Méthode Champenoise. So this means that each and every bottle is fermented in its own vessel, which is the bottle. The other process, in fact, last time I was in, you mentioned Prosecco, is called Charmat. And they basically make a tank under pressure of champagne, and then they portion it out in bottles.
Okay.
But what we're doing here, this is the original method. Dom Perignon is, credited with.
Are we supposed to guess which one of these is champagne?
No, these are both sparkling wines. In fact, we're not doing it blind like last time. This is a horse race. So we're going to taste 6, then we're going to get them down to 3, and we're going to figure out what the best one is. So wine number 1 is the lighter of the two. That is a Spanish Cava.
I thought I tasted some Spain in there.
This is actually from the company of Raventos.
Did anybody use the spit bucket last time?
No. I brought them. I didn't do the. I have a different company today involved in the spit buckets.
I do like that you stay, chicken bucket loyal.
Yeah, that's Randall's.
It is Randall's.
Yeah, that's Randall.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so this is Raventos. They're about a 500-year-old winery. It's been owned by the same family. They're just outside of Barcelona. If we could ever travel again, if you get to Barcelona, it's a great day trip.
Dude, I only had one day and one night in Barcelona. It was incredible.
Greatest town on the planet.
Yeah.
So this is the Blanc de Blanc. And what Blanc de Blanc means is white of white. That's a French term, of course. And what it means is that the wine is 100%
It's one of my
Chardonnay.
dad's terms, too.
Yes.
You only go white to white.
The white of white.
Well, the other one is called Blanc de Noir, and we're going to get to that in a minute. And that means white of black.
I like the second one better.
Okay, so wine number 1 is, again, 100% Chardonnay from Spain. Wine number 2.
Do we need a piece of paper?
Here, you can use the back of this. I did bring another envelope. I have a,
did
I
you
have
another
a prediction. Yes.
Okay. I got one over here.
Well, you can take the envelope for later.
Okay.
So wine number 2 is Italian, and it's from an area called Franciacorta. So this is Lombardy, way up in the north.
Yes.
Bob, I had to bring something Italian for you.
Right. I'm Southern Italian, but I will go ahead and drink this anyway.
Well, here's the cool thing about this wine. Obviously Prosecco tends to be sweet, Moscato, Asti, Spumante. Franciacorta is way in the north, and they make it just like they do in France. And so this one is 75% roughly Pinot Noir with 25% Chardonnay.
That's the second one.
That's the second
I
one.
like it best.
It's a little bit more yellow. You can tell by the color.
It's less acidic, too. There's less sharpness to it.
Now, that is just a wonderful comment because this is also a 2008 vintage. So this is a 13-year-old champagne.
I was thinking it was.
But you can see it is softer on the acid. It has a little darker color to it. But it does taste quite different because of the age. It has a little bit more of a bread, yeast-like quality.
I'm not a big. I used to buy champagne to impress women, but I'm not a big champagne fan myself, especially not Prosecco. But that makes it tolerable.
I have my vote.
That makes it tolerable.
Put my vote.
Yeah, these are both very, very dry. So everyone can take their own vote on that. And let's sip these for a minute, and I'll get some
I feel guilty
caviar
because
going
I'm
here.
not going to be able to drink
the only
all
thing
this.
I'm negative is that I was hoping you'd wear a light colored suit again because you're one of the few people who I know who can carry it.
Well, I was pouring all white wine, so there was really no challenge to it. If you spill on it, doesn't matter.
I had on a nice white shirt to wear for you guys this morning, and then coffee stain.
We're on camera. Thank you to Cava's Boots and Renegade Truck Accessories for sponsoring this video segment.
They're class acts as well.
They are. Cheers to both. Cheers. Salute.
Cheers, gentlemen.
Are we sharing our favorites?
I think the second was my favorite because I'm not a big aftertaste person. I want the experience while I'm drinking, and then afterward, I don't want something to hit me a little too.
He's opening up the caviar.
Yep.
Hold on, I want to see what this looks like.
It's a black egg.
Sometimes I don't like.
Don't cut
like
yourself there, Tim.
I try not to look
That's
like
a clam knife.
uncultured
It's not
swine too often.
So there it is. So this is a half a pound, half an elbow of caviar.
Hold that
There
up.
it
But
is.
it's not. You don't see it as much anymore at hoity-toity stuff. You don't. It's not something. I think that's of the old days.
That's shiny.
You've never had
Right?
caviar before?
Bob, do you
Never,
see
ever.
it everywhere? Do you see it anywhere at parties?
No. That's like jewelry there. Look at that.
Yeah, it does. It really kind of
That
sparkles and
sparkles
glistens.
like
it's quite
crystals.
beautiful.
Little crystals.
And that's good caviar
This is literally some of the best caviar you can get.
And they just squeeze
It
that
is
right
great.
out of the
out of the
Sturgeon.
fish.
Well, they can squeeze it out, yes. They can kill the fish and take it out, or sometimes they actually do surgery. They cut the fish open, take the egg sack out, and
Sew it back up?
I
and
feel
it-
so
it
guilty.
And let 'em
produces
go?
again. Yeah.
The three of us, or the four of us, this is for. I mean, I feel like we should have people from the building come down and
Well,
sample some of this
Dave really
stuff.
wants to try. We're
here's
making
your
his
little
dreams
spoon.
come true.
Now, when you do caviar, you have to have a neutral utensil. So we don't use metal or wood. We use these are mother of pearl spoons.
Oh, these are
What?
beautiful.
Oh my
yeah.
God.
Can you pass that one to Dale? He gets the big one.
What do these run?
Big
Pack
dog.
of 6.
This is
Those are not very expensive. The little ones run about $10. The big one, that one's about $50. And if you don't have
that.
bone
Hey,
or mother of pearl, you can use
It's
plastic.
mother of pearl, isn't it?
this would be
It
cool
is
to
mother
do
of
coke
pearl.
with.
Why is it called mother of pearl?
Because it's the inside of the shell. So when you have a pearl being
it's the
formed,
mother of the.
You know, a pearl is a piece of sand that gets in an oyster.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Not too much for me.
Inside of the shell, you know, covers the sand, so that's the mother of pearl. That's actually what a pearl's made
That's
out
a lot. It's
of. It's a lot, isn't it?
My first wedding, and I've had 3.
Well, you know, this is like how the Russians do
That's
it.
more. You gave Chewy more caviar than was laid out for everybody that came to the wedding.
Yeah, that's about what
some
you'd
for me.
that's about what you'd have for the entire party.
This?
You have one more.
That's a lot.
Can I put Tabasco?
Wait a minute. Do we have a cracker for him?
No, there's no crackers.
I
Here's
brought
the deal with
animal
caviar.
crackers.
You know, and I know you guys are talking about stuff.
Hold on.
You know, if you're 40 or
Hold on.
younger.
Yeah, hold on a second though. Caviar though, usually you have some onions with it and some egg
Okay, we could split that one.
and
Cilantro?
and a cracker. I don't want any. I'm fine.
You should try it.
No,
Just try it.
Just try.
I'm excited.
I need one
I'm
more.
really excited to
Do you
try
have one more
caviar.
spoon for Dave?
So
We're gonna share this
I'm
one.
afraid you're not going to
What do
like
you want?
it
You have
because
that.
it's not. You don't have all the accoutrements
Here, just use this.
that go
That's
with
all
it.
I need.
Perfect.
All right.
All right, where are we going? We doing this
Okay,
now?
well, the thing
right,
is,
let's do this.
you know, caviar, particularly of this caliber, you don't want to junk this up with eggs and capers and lemon and all that.
Really?
I assure you, this is a very mild. You know, caviar does not taste like fish. Believe it or not, it has a totally unique flavor to it. It's umami. It's creamy. It's delicious.
Now, do you let it sit in your mouth and let?
what I like to do is put it on your tongue.
Okay.
And then kind of roll it around a little bit, and then mash it up against the roof of your mouth.
Okay.
And then,
And then-
drink some wine?
Then drink a little champagne with it and see what you think.
Okay. All right. I'm going to take a
Yeah,
little
it's kind of got a sushi taste to it.
A little bit sushi.
Salty.
Little salty. Yeah.
Little salty sushi. Yeah.
Oh.
And what would that tin run you?
This is about $300 worth of caviar.
Put that back in there. I'm just really not hungry.
Well, that's fine, but keep it. Just keep it for now.
Oh, you're going to a
have-
party and you don't want mine to soil it. I only put a spoon in it
It's
once.
fine, but we have 4 more wines to go. Trust me on
Okay,
this.
all right.
I wonder, what made someone do, how can we make the fish even fresher? I know, just get them right before birth.
I enjoyed that. That was pretty good, the caviar.
That's
I
a
gotta
very,
say.
it does taste like umami or something like that.
I
It's
do,
very-
I do like it with the onions and everything around it. But it's
okay.
but I think the only reason people serve it is to show off wealth. I really do.
Well, it is a very luxurious item.
Yeah.
I feel luxurious.
Delicious.
Right
Yeah.
You know, it'd be fun is drop some of that off at the food bank for Christmas.
Now, is this is caviar outside of the cost? Is it a guilt-free food, or am I consuming a lot of calories here?
No, it's relatively low in calories because, you know, again, you don't eat a lot of it.
It's keto.
Right.
It's keto, though, right? Dale's trying to stay
Because I
at
am
the
getting the
toast.
sushi vibe a little bit. Like, I feel like I've just ate, like, a whole plate of sushi. I got all the flavor condensed in a couple little spoons of caviar.
Dude, I've found the diet. I'm not doing.
It's
I'm
kinda
not
like-
worried about keto.
The uni.
The diet.
uni.
The diet is a major depressive disorder. You got to get it. It'll keep you away from
It
the.
does work
I
every
walk
time.
into the pantry and go, no.
Come on, Dave,
no,
dig in.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Don't be a
Let's do it.
puss.
One meal a day, pretty much.
When was the last time you had caviar? You
Do
just
the
graduated.
Mediterranean thing, a bunch of small meals.
Right now, I have no appetite whatsoever. So
Are you thirsty?
Good.
no, I'm thirsty for
Oh, yeah. That's right.
All right, well, let's all right, I think we all think that number 2 is better.
I agree with number 2.
I wrote down number 2, but
There's
I'm
less
I
biased.
haven't even
Advertise.
finished number 1.
It's
Well, that's all right.
smoother.
Take your time with them. We've got lots of time. I'm going to get the next bottle going. And the caviar, also, let it warm up a little bit. It actually changes flavors. This is obviously right off the ice.
you can have mine.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
But go with the caviar and the champagne.
And now
It's a
you can tell
combination.
people not only did you have caviar, you had a lot of
I
caviar.
ate someone else's caviar
That's
as
right.
well.
I feel guilty all the little fishes that didn't make it, though.
I can feel them
I
swimming
don't
around.
think
You know what I mean?
they're not necessarily fertilized, are they?
No.
My daughter thinks that
Okay.
one of the gosh, I was going to bring those today. I forgot. I was
What?
going to set the birds right behind you all morning long and get them out
Oh, yeah.
because they're
Man.
so used to people now. They'll jump all around.
They would have went crazy for this caviar.
But my daughter yesterday goes, I think my bird is pregnant. She's got the female, and I didn't have time to tell her that's not the way it works with birds. That they
Speaking
don't-
of food and
they
wine
don't get
pairings,
pregnant.
did you eat the bird poop yet?
Oh,
Not
yeah.
yet. Not yet. I'm going to do that in the new year.
All right.
You want me to go chase down a pigeon out front? We can do this.
No. Trust me, the parakeets, it's perfect because it'll be just like a rat turd in some food, which
And
we've
bird
all,
poop,
which we've
though.
all eaten.
Yeah.
Is that an umami flavor as well, bird poop?
I've never had
Yeah,
it.
never had the
but I would
pleasure, right?
think it probably is a little bit more on the savory part.
Oh. That's good. That's good. I don't think I've ever really had caviar
Hey,
before.
you know what's great? That we can play this music, that it is public domain now.
Oh, is this little Mozart?
Dude, I think I know every classical song, but don't know the name of it because I go to sleep on this stuff. Anybody know what this is?
Yes.
This
is Mozart's. That's a concerto. I think it's one of the Brandenburg concertos, I believe.
Well,
This is
all right, where are we going next?
Yes,
All right, we're going. Sorry,
That's
so
a
we
thing.
did Spain versus Italy. It looks like Italy won.
Yes, it always will win.
every
So-
time.
It wins.
Now we're going to America. The next wine is going to be Shramsberg. This is Blanc de Blanc. So it's 100% Chardonnay, and this is from Napa Valley.
All right,
This was
we'll
the
pour-
original sparkling winery in Napa. I love their wines. Yeah,
Well,
you can
you-
dump, because if you want more, we'll get
Okay.
you more.
Where's
So
the dump bucket?
It's over there. Here.
I gave you.
Here, I
okay,
need to
good.
dump too.
All right. Hold on, I'm going to come around with.
This
wine
is a
number three.
shame. This is a crying shame that we're dumping.
It is sad. Seems
I feel guilty, and I don't want.
Oh, hold on.
I hear the birds again.
I
Someone's
hate
getting
guilt.
a call.
Someone's calling me. It's spam.
Where are the birds
Oh,
coming
some
from?
spam with caviar.
Ooh,
And
yeah.
it's always in Spanish too. Let me
Yeah,
see.
you reminded me.
Where's your tassel?
Where did it go? Oh, did I lose my tassel?
Hello?
I did. Oh, just a little bit left.
You look like a weirdo. No tassel.
Well, I figured since we were going sophisticated, I might as well show off my weird
Dude, I'm
square
proud
hat.
of you. I never got one, and I never will, and I'm very envious
Here.
of people who go back to school because you went back after heroin.
Mm-hmm.
It won't fit me.
Thank
I have
you,
a huge
Tim.
head.
You're
I have
very
a huge head.
I
Very,
appreciate
very
it.
proud of Dave.
Thank you, Dal.
Nice.
I know that's actually genuine. And I appreciate it.
I want to take out a cigar right now.
Yeah.
I was going to bring some. I did a chocolate tasting yesterday.
A chocolate taste.
Tim.
What, like a Snickers bar?
My
Three
wife's
Musketeers?
company, they did a virtual chocolate. We had like,
Virtual.
yeah.
Virtual
Did they
tasting.
ship you the chocolate?
No,
or
no,
you-
everybody was on Zoom in her office.
Oh, I see.
And they, and a company called Caputo out of, I think Seattle sent us, they sent like us 20 bars of chocolate from around the world. You know what the best was? This is English chocolate that has sourdough bread
What?
mixed in with it.
That sounds really delicious.
It's like a
What is-
upscale Nestle's Crunch.
What does it
I'm-
look like?
I'm for anything. Like,
Like a
I've
chocolate.
had English chocolate and like
Come
chocolate
over. We
from
still have it.
Ireland.
We still have it all. We still have a box of.
I had a friend who's
Tim,
like,
Tim, that's what we should. It is going to
Bring
take
your
a
money,
little.
though.
That's going to take a little more planning, but we should probably do something like that sometime, where we actually eat some food aside from caviar, and pair it with that kind of stuff.
our
Yes.
regular food, like
Yes.
whatever our regular diets
I
are.
like that idea.
Oh, that's an idea.
we had-
Fast
we had
food.
chocolate.
Menudo.
Oh no, pairings with fast food.
Could we? I've got this. This is. Oh,
Like,
this
would
is the
you-
second one.
Yep.
Would
Oh,
you-
I didn't know
Wine
we were
number
doing
four.
it.
Would you
Sorry.
drink a white wine with
Okay.
a fillet of
That's
fish?
3
What
and
do I get
4.
with Arby's?
That would be a red because
Steak.
it's
Gentlemen,
steak.
I feel
Yeah.
like we should change our voices for this bit. I feel like
We're talking
we
way
sound
too
like-
loud.
no. I think we should
Yeah.
be more refined.
Hold on, I have a phone call I didn't
Yes.
see.
Of course.
Yes, Richard.
Calls.
What's going on?
Hey, what about escargot?
Escargot.
I've had escargot before at Perry's.
It's
Yeah.
snails.
Yeah, what does that taste like?
It's salty, buttery. I mean, that's how they prepare it, right?
Yeah, usually you have it with a lot of garlic, a lot of butter, maybe a little parsley and wine with it. They're a little chewy, a little rubbery.
Richard's
I enjoy them.
talking. Richard's talking through his new pillow phone.
Ooh.
Yeah, well, my bad, dude. Yeah, and then I got
You can't hear a thing.
Short story about snails. When I was in high
Short
school.
story about
When I was in high school and I was living in England, I was on an all-star baseball team, and we went to the port city in northern England called Hull, and they billeted us. Is that the word?
Yep.
With kids from the other team. So I stayed with an English family while we were there playing ball, right, in Hull. And Hull is a really
Did you have to have an interpreter?
Hull was a very hardcore like port city, right?
Uh-huh.
So I got up in the morning with the other player, I can't remember his name, and he goes, "We're going to go get some breakfast." So we go down to the dock at like 8 in the morning. It's a Saturday, and we get 2 bags of snails in like a brown paper bag.
Breakfast
That
of
was like
champions.
breakfast.
From the market?
Again.
Yeah, from a snail vendor, a snail monger.
Again,
Right where the ships were and
I had
everything. I think
no desire for them, but I would order them in front of a girl to impress. You know?
They're not bad with
They're not
crackers.
bad at all. I just like them. I like them if I can't see the snail part.
I
You
don't
know
want.
what I'm
I
saying?
don't want to see the shell.
What it's
'Cause
shell.
Yeah, the shell.
The shale?
Shale? The shale.
The shale?
You know what? I get a little buzz in my Texas accent comes
usually
out.
they come out in a little round plate that they're made for, and each one of them is
that's very
pulled to
good.
the shell.
Yeah, there's like 6 or 7 of them on the little plate with a little.
That is
dents in them.
delightful. That is busy, but it's not precocious, Tim.
Number 2 for me. Number 2 for
Someone's
me.
been practicing.
Hold on, let me get the first one.
Yeah.
I took him serious for half a second.
Very nice.
Let's see if I can do a little Orson Welles. Tim Flynn's wines are a natural, whether they're from California or they're from Europe.
This is what we're doing. This is actually
Have you ever
California
heard
versus
that?
Europe.
The French have a word for it.
Have you ever seen the outtakes of this wine commercial from the 70s?
No, I have not.
With Orson Welles, and he is drunk.
Losing his mind.
And they have to have these, there's 2 extras there, and they have to stay straight the whole time. And he literally is just slurring.
He's like
everything.
leaning on the table.
He's leaning on the table. He's
Whoa.
huge. Number 2 is horrible.
Really? I like this one a whole lot.
Okay, so what we have here is America versus France. So we have on the left California. It's Blanc de Blanc.
California wins.
And then on the right is 100% Pinot Noir. It's actually from Burgundy. So they call it Cremant.
Wait, is this champagne or sparkling wine?
Hey,
again?
wait a
They're
minute.
all sparkling wine.
Sparkling wine
On
again.
the second tasting, it's better. It kind of hit me hard the first time.
They're both really smooth.
The second
Yeah.
one's my favorite.
But wait a
thus
minute.
far.
What actual champagne from the Champagne region? What wine is that usually?
Well, they do a different. They do a lot of different grapes. So you can have it straight Chardonnay or straight Pinot Noir, or they do cuvées, which are blends. There's also a third grape they use up there called Pinot Meunier that they use sometimes.
Ah! How does that? Bob remembered the start of that. How
I think he said something
Okay,
like
we
the
gotta
French,
show it.
The
Yep.
French have a word for it, or something like that.
y'all talk to Tim and I'll find it.
Paul Masson.
I think I like number 3 better.
Do you? I'm
And
going to go
Dylan-
one more time.
4.
Dylan, we're going to run into the next segment if that's okay. So
He
we'll
said
take-
that's fine.
Awesome.
Okay.
I think he's
I'm
drunk.
still dipping into the caviar. That's pretty good.
That's
Hey,
right. I
it
haven't tried
changes
it
a
with
little
it.
bit. As it warms up, the flavor gets a little bit broader. The texture changes a little, gets a
I
little
don't
softer.
know.
I
I
think
may
the-
go with number 1 on the second round.
The
I
key
don't
to
know.
the caviar is not a lot.
These are-
Less is more.
I
with the
feel like
caviar.
I feel like these are closer. The colors are the same. The taste is very similar.
You'll
Maybe I'm
notice the one on the right has a little tiny
Pink.
itsy little
Oh,
pink
no.
to it.
Yeah.
It does. And
Yeah.
that's because it's made from Pinot Noir. So that just that little teeny bit of skin
Yeah, no,
contact,
that's
Hold
just
on.
a little
Let's
pinkiness.
see what Orson Welles
Think
says
pink.
about
All
these
right, go ahead.
wines. Let's get Orson.
Turn camera. 102, take 1. With overlap, action please.
Oh, damn. Internet buffering.
I'll catch up.
Just back it up a quick one.
Action, Orson.
There we go.
He didn't say anything.
Overlap, action please.
We need to reboot the Apple TV. It's buffering.
Here, I got
No,
it.
hold on. Don't
Not
do it
yet.
yet. He's just staring at he's just staring at the screen. They've already slated him.
Do anything? No, it's okay.
He's
said-
waiting for action.
Yeah, he said, does he have to do anything?
102, take 2.
The French champagne has always been celebrated for its excellence.
You can even hear it through the buffering. He's
It actually
so
sounds
drunk,
better
man.
through the
This is
buffer.
a California champagne by Paul Masson.
This is a California champagne.
And that's a misnomer. You can't say
by
that, can
Paul
you?
Masson.
Can you
Yeah,
say a
he's
California
little
champagne?
Smashed.
I don't know. They used to
Is
say it.
that legal to say that?
I
They get
think
away with it.
I think they just call it sparkling.
It's not morally right.
Fired
Well, that was
by
before all these
the
laws
same
got
French
passed.
excellence. It's fermented in the bottle until
This is the way I'm going to sound at 10 o'clock.
What, like the skipping?
with the
Like that?
buffering.
So Paul Masson.
Here we go.
102, take 3. Action please.
Champagne has always been.
Now, why is he leading with a groan?
I don't know.
Why would you start a commercial with
Why would you
"Maha"?
question legendary Orson
you woke him
Welles?
up.
Have you ever heard him? There's some radio commercials and stuff with audio where he starts yelling at the guy. Do you dare speak to me that way? And
It's Orson Welles.
Are you
Directed
directing
Citizen
me?
Kane, man.
Yeah.
Celebrated for its excellence. There is a California champagne by Paul Masson. Inspired by that
The extra's holding it, and all Orson Welles can do is put his thumb on it and go.
and almost miss it.
same French excellence. It's fermented in the bottle, and like the best French champagne, it's vintage dated. So Paul Masson.
Got it. You're reading. It looks like you're reading.
Is that normal to ferment in the bottle, Tim?
Okay, yeah. So again, there's about a handful of different ways that you can make sparkling wine. The best, the original, is Méthode Champenoise, and that is where it is fermented in the bottle. So
Gotcha.
each vessel is its own thing, and you can get. And sometimes you get, actually in champagne you get a lot of bottle variation because, each one's different.
I like 3. What's the difference
I
between
don't
these?
have a
we'll
preference
find out
on this
later.
one.
Okay, well,
Give me
so
a
the
haircut.
difference between these two basically is you have 100% Chardonnay on the left and 100% Pinot Noir on the
I'm a
right.
Pinot Noir guy.
I'm switching my. I didn't like number 2 when I first tasted it. It maybe.
I like the little 4-pack of
I
Pinots
like
you
it
can get
now.
at the convenience store. What do you think about those? I forget what brand.
Those are
Farm?
nice, you toss them in the glove box or whatever,
Yeah.
golf cart.
Sneak them at work? Yeah.
All right, we're gonna break.
I like number 1 better. I got to tell you.
Stay with us on the cameras. I don't know how that works when we go to break. Are the cameras still rolling when we're in a break?
No. They go to a little break themselves online, and then it comes
Okay.
back.
All right. Well, we're going to break here, and I'm going to tell you about Airco. This is the All right, listen, breaks to go at Breaks to Go. All right, we're back, and we'll turn the cameras back on for all the different sites. There you go. Facebook, everything. It's the end of the year for us. Some great worst stuff. I think are we going back to worst stuff, calling it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't have any of those listed, do you?
I have a few. I have to go grab them.
No, that's okay. It's just stuff from way back when. How
it's
far back?
It's going to be some classic stuff.
Some classic stuff.
I mean, there'll be some Daniel and some Matt and some old characters. Sure.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I had to explain that to management. Why would you want somebody to work here anymore? And I go, you don't. It's the history of the show. Those people existed, and
they're real,
and shared a lot, and did a lot.
Still real to me, damn it.
I'm sad they all hate me, but there you go. All right, Tim Flynn is here. I see him sneaking bites of expensive caviar.
Yes,
I've been munching on that caviar all morning.
He's eating it like a snack.
I'm eating one egg at a time.
I'm impressed.
It's really good.
All right, are we done with these?
Yeah, we can move on. So
I like number 2 of these. These are all still sparkling wines.
Yeah, so number 2 was the French. That is actually a sparkling Burgundy.
That's
Burgundy
excellent.
is an area and a color. And in Burgundy, really some of the best wines in the world, in my opinion. Chardonnay is the white, and Pinot Noir is the red. This was a white wine made from a red grape.
I like number 2.
Yes.
So far, I've liked number 2 on everything.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to do a third flight.
Wonder why.
Now we're moving into real champagne. And give me a second here, and I'll get everyone filled
Hold
up.
on. I think Dave tried to make a joke, and he laughed at it himself. What was that, Dave?
I think it was a doo-doo
I
joke.
said you like number 2, something to do with that.
The
it was a
bird doo-doo.
doo-doo
I think it
joke,
was the bird
We
doo-doo.
gotta hire him. He's such a goofball, man. He's such a talented goofball.
You know what? I'll hire him. I'll go ahead and hire
No,
him.
got
I'm gonna- we need to
$500.
Make sure you leave your number with Chewy because I want to talk to you about the new year when we come up.
It's in the bathroom wall.
Do I need the bucket?
You need the bucket or drink it?
Did you see what they did in the bathroom?
Where?
We got a glory hole.
No way.
For the new year.
All right.
That's what that is?
All right. Is that number 1 or number 2 now?
This is going to be number 1.
Okay, number 2 goes there.
Throw it off.
Why would you start a TV commercial off with Maha?
That sounds
That's good. That's
classy.
good, Tim. Thank you.
That sounds like
Thank
I've
you.
been
Tim,
here
that's-
before. I'm
You're
classy.
too kind.
Aha.
This is real champagne, right?
This is real champagne. Vouv yellow label.
Real
Yeah.
tomato ketchup, Eddie?
This hamburger helper does fine on its own.
So it's Vive. What's the second word? Chiclo?
Vueflico.
Vueflico.
Let me
So-
get this one poured, and I'll tell you all about it.
Okay, but I can fill in here. So I would do a bottle of Dom Perignon to impress a girl.
Goodness.
At Jeffrey's.
If it was extra special, it would be a limo, but limos are so out of style now. And then the supermodel, Bob, who ended up being on the Housewives of
Oh, I know. I made out
Texas.
with her.
I know. More betrayal in my life.
Hey, she asked.
I bought a package of
Her request.
I bought a package of Ciclo or whatever it is that came with 2 hand-painted glasses, and, which got me about 6 months with her. I'm slurring. 6 months with her.
Don Perry. How much is a bottle of Don?
When I was out, it was about $80. Now it's about $120.
188.
Is it really?
Yeah, the lowest price I could find in
It's
Travis County.
$188. Now is
So I
that
brought the caviar, not the Dom. Sorry.
inflation.
so? Is that because of the shortage? You think?
It's inflation, right? Joe Byron?
Yeah, when you look at Grand Cru champagne, it only makes up about 3% of production on any given year. So it is just a tiny, tiny slice of the best. And of course, in Moet's case, huge marketing arm. It's very popular stuff. So supply and demand takes over.
Yeah, but that's just a markup too for Dom Perignon and stuff. And so they know the label. They've got like us gravitas behind the label.
Right. You're
Oh,
paying
yeah.
for branding.
Yeah.
That's why you shouldn't have broken up any of this show or sent another person to some other show. You had a
Funny man, Matt Burton.
yeah, you had a rocket there. So
I want to try some.
All right, well,
Ace of
anyways,
Spades.
let's talk about these wines real quick. So on the left, we have Vueflico Yellow Label. This is probably the single most popular or certainly well-known champagne in the world.
okay, how much is that bottle?
This is
At retail. Not your price, because you.
like $50.
Let me pay it back, Tim. I got a big deal going on Friday. I'm giving everybody money.
All right, I'm not proud. I'll take it. So Vueflico, here's the story about Vueflico. The Madame Vueflico is very important when it comes to champagne. Dom Perignon gets the credit for inventing champagne. He didn't. But he did a lot of stuff with champagne in terms of blending. But champagne back in the day was always cloudy. So enter the Madame Vueflico.
Wait, so there was a Dom Perignon.
Oh, yeah, he was a real person.
It was a real Don.
He was
Dom.
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 Oh,
D-O-M.
Dom.
He was
Dominic.
Yeah, he
Well,
was a, he
what
was
have
a
I been
padre.
drinking?
No, he was a
father.
Dom as opposed to a sub.
Exactly.
Hold on.
so-
Hold on.
Donald Perignon,
Dave-
you owe me money.
Dave just made another joke and he laughed at it himself.
Oh, it's a great joke. What am I supposed to do? Yeah.
It was a good joke. He's
Thank you.
cracking
Thank you,
himself up.
Tim.
I liked it.
Yeah, lay off, Dale.
Anyways,
I've heard it.
so the Madame Vueflico figured out the riddling process. And what the riddling process does, it gets all the dead yeast cells and all the stuff that makes champagne cloudy out of the bottle. And what they do is they put it in a riddling rack. It starts out flat, like horizontal, and slowly goes to vertical. And it takes a couple of months to do it. They give the bottle basically
What does that mean?
a-
Hold on. It starts out flat. And then the bubbles
and
go
he
up.
rag- he rag-
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
okay.
the bottle is like this. So
Yeah.
it starts out flat, and there's all the sediment in the bottom.
Gotcha.
So they put it in this rack, and every day they give it a 1/6 turn and tilt it up just a tiny little bit. And there are guys actually called riddlers, and they do the bottom half underhanded and the top half overhanded so they don't get carpal tunnel syndrome. And they'll spin like 15 to 20,000 bottles a day.
Wow.
So anyways, after a couple of months, it ends up like this, upside down. So all the sediment's in the neck of the bottle, and it looks like it's just like cloudy sediment like you'd see in a river or something like that.
Gross.
And then they freeze the neck of the bottle with liquid nitrogen. They flip it back over, and then there's a little machine. At that point in time, there's actually a bottle cap on the bottle, and a little machine pops that off, and this little plug of frozen ice comes flying out, and then they put in a little of what's called dosage, which is the original wine and a little more sugar, because they lose a little champagne in that process, and that fills the bottle back up. Then they put the pretty cork in there in the basket, and off it goes to age for another year.
Wow.
Yeah, we did.
It's very complex.
Yeah,
they
what a
they
process.
opened a 25-year-old cask of Jameson for us when we were doing the. Jameson flew us over 5 years in a row to do our show from there, and there's a pitcher. They water it down. What you don't realize is if you drink it straight from the cask, it could kill you.
Yeah, it's pretty
so
strong.
powerful.
Hey, Dale,
Yeah.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I know we're having a good time here.
Ma!
But,
Dale, Dudley.
Oh yeah.
Extend the courtesy
damn,
of
dude, you got to
returning
call
my
this
call
guy
back.
during the break.
I'm in San Antonio.
This is a bill collector from the early 90s.
Oh, nice.
He
Still
hears you
after Dale.
drinking. You're drinking champagne.
Dude, I've got a mess in my office of all those tapes. I got to go through them during the holidays because it just depresses me, man, when I walk in there now. How much
right.
we saved for
Number
nothing.
one's okay.
I like the second one better.
All right, so yeah, number one is a cuvee or a blend.
Yes.
And it's a little bit of everything.
But is number one the
The Vueflico.
Okay. And what's the second one?
The second one is Louis de Sassy.
Hold on, I just cursed.
You did?
Yeah, sorry.
I
didn't even hear
I
it.
whispered the S word because I almost dropped this on the board.
Oh,
And
no.
champagne is sticky, and Chuck would kill me. So I'm I don't know which is which now.
Second
Damn
one
it.
has longer legs.
Well, drink them both, and then we'll refill you.
That's a good idea.
I don't think you're even tasting anything anymore.
All right, the second wine is a Grand Cru. It's from Louis de Sassy, and being Grand Cru, as I just mentioned, this is technically the best of the best. Now, how does it measure up against the regular one? You tell me.
Is this the one that's fruitier? I'm trying to decide. You want to come taste mine and get COVID and tell me which one I'm
I'm a
mixed
good
up?
dog. I've had my shots.
Okay. Tell me which one this is. I think this is number 2. 'Cause I think I was killing number 1. That's it. All right, this is number 2. What's the
I think
Brut?
the next time we need to challenge Tim.
What does brute mean in champagne?
Well, there's a lot of different levels of champagne. You can have them very, very sweet to very, very dry. Everything we have here today is dry or
like
brut
dry.
style. And brut, there's actually measurements for extra dry, dry, and brut. So brut, when you make wine, there's a little bit of residual sugar left in it. And the less sugar, the drier it is. So in brut, it has to be 15 grams or less per liter. It's pretty dry. Interestingly enough, if you're looking at a wall of champagne and it says dry or extra dry, those are actually sweet in comparison.
Huh.
They have a lot more residual sugar to them. But these are dry. I mean, these are bone dry. They're like
I
martini
like
dry.
sweetness.
Yeah.
Do people get judgy if you like a sweeter wine or anything like that? Like I show up,
I do.
sipping a Moscato. Y'all are gonna judge.
I
you
love
gonna
Moscato.
judge me?
I'm with you.
No, in all seriousness,
Really?
if you like it, drink it. And sweet wine has a place.
I just thought of a show for you in the new year. I need you to go to convenience stores and pull out Mogan David 2020. And I don't know if they still make Tickle Pink from Boone's Farm. We need to do a trash tasting and let Tim taste
He's
them
gonna
first.
be blindfolded, and I
No,
want to
let,
give
no,
him a
no,
trash
no.
taste.
Let
tasting.
him
That sounds
taste
like
them
fun.
first and then present us with the best
of the worst.
convenience store wine.
Best of the worst.
Best of the worst.
Yeah,
I love
it. Yeah.
Mogan David 2020. I remember that one.
Little Thunderbird?
First time I got drunk was Boone's Farm Tickle Pink, and my brother didn't tell me he'd spiked it with mushrooms.
Oh, no.
nice.
And so I didn't drink. I didn't drink for 2 years after that because if I was 14, I didn't drink till I was 18 again because I thought I said if that's getting drunk, I don't want any part of it.
So you didn't know there were mushrooms in it
And this
until
is
later
worse.
down
This
the
is
line?
worse. My room was covered in an Army parachute. Like, I'd posted it up over the doors. My brother stole all this stuff from the Air Force. And I came home and was so sick. And you're looking at those colors
Oh,
just
man.
spinning, man, just spinning. And
That's
I thought,
brutal.
I was 14.
I mean,
That's
was
a
it
rough
was it
intro
a
to
bad
alcohol.
trip?
Yeah,
Oh, it was horrible.
I don't know how you like alcohol now.
I think when you're 14 and somebody does that to you and you have no idea what's happening to you. He didn't
That's
tell me
brutal.
till years later that he had spiked it.
That's a horrible thing to do to somebody.
My brother did some horrible things.
That can have like permanent psychological effects.
Yeah, I think shrooms at 14 might be a little young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we have bad news about wine number 4 for you.
All right, so 2 champagnes head to head. What are we thinking here?
I like the second one.
Second one.
Same. Almost all of them I like the second.
Second
second
one
one
for
better.
me, little.
Was that
Now,
was
there
that
might be a
intentional?
little method to the madness.
Is
in
there an
this.
intentional?
Yeah, there is an intention to
Okay,
this.
okay.
So we want to try 2 and 4 again versus 6? What's the best of the bunch?
Oh, out of
Jesus.
all of
That
them.
means you're going to have to pour more liquor.
Exactly.
liquor
Well,
for
here's
us.
the thing: champagne doesn't travel, so we got to drink all of this no
Yeah,
matter
no,
what.
that's not going to happen. But
It's like tacos. You don't order tacos to
right.
go. You
Wait,
eat them
I'm
on the
pouring
spot.
stuff out.
French
so,
fries?
So
Yeah.
what are we doing?
Okay,
I don't
so
know what my favorite
you-
was.
I'm pretty
Dale,
sure it's
you
6.
like 2 and 4.
I like 2 of every one.
Okay, so I'm gonna give you 4 against 6, the 2 French ones.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sticking with 6 because I think 6 is so far the best, and I'm second guessing because it's the most recent, but it's what I'm enjoying.
I don't
right
remember them, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
Damn
I don't
it,
think
Bob.
I've tried them all.
Dave, you're behind by one.
Okay. All right. I'll catch up.
All right, so this is round 1 versus round 2.
No, this is round 2 versus round 3.
This is a round robin of drunkenness.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
Number 6 is fruity and smooth. Like I would drink this until I'm wasted.
Here are my favorites. So I
No,
had
we're going
I
back
had 2,
and comparing
3,
the
and
favorites.
6 were my favorites.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
so
think
I'm gonna
3
go
was my
6.
favorite.
So what am I
going
gonna do? Which one's
This is
that?
6 again.
That's 6 again.
And 3.
I just did 1, 2, 1, 2 for each round, and all of mine were number 2.
All right.
That's fine.
All right. No, these are my 2 favorites.
Again, there are no wrong answers.
All right. Thank you, Tim.
I already know that it's 6. The other ones were a little drier, and this one doesn't.
No, you're a
seem-
champagne. You have champagne. My parents always used to tell me, "Oh,
Yeah.
you have champagne tastes on a,
I mean, here's the thing.
Whatchamacallit.
Champagne wishes and caviar
Yeah,
dreams. You're
on a-
living it right now.
Someone like me who doesn't drink alcohol often can really tell the little, maybe not the subtle differences, but there's definitely differences in taste. That's the main thing that I can tell, and that's what I'm after.
You know, the first time I was in, and I don't know, maybe it was me just kind of thinking a little weird, but you guys really, I thought, were total novice wine drinkers. You guys had
so good.
excellent commentary. You had excellent questions. Chewy, your thing about the legs and the alcohol content,
The
that's
hot
like
pockets.
a master somm test
Oh,
thing.
God.
Hey, let's
Come
get this
on.
out before we forget and run out of time. Tim, are you available for children's parties?
As long as those children are 21 or over.
No,
Promote your wine and your site.
because you probably didn't get any business from us. What's your number?
Well, here's the thing. You know, you guys talk about, monetizing something. If I make some money off this, that's great and wonderful.
Tim, though-
I'm here to educate you guys.
Yeah.
And
But
as my
put-
dad always said, if you do something you love, the money will come later. So I'm not too worried
Just
about
get
that.
yourself a camera and get a YouTube channel.
I'm going to take your advice on that.
I'll come on. One of us will come on as a guest and just do what we did here.
Hire
Sure.
Bob's son as a producer. He's producing
I heard it's
YouTube
incredible.
He wants to produce you, Chewy.
and for wines.com.
Yes.
Is that right?
And for wines with an S, yes.
ANFORA wines.com. And these are wines that you've come up, you're actually branding yourself, or?
Well, my business partner is a guy named James Frevoletti, and he lives in Bordeaux. I've known him for about 30 years, so he finds a lot of stuff over there, and we basically do a direct import. So we take, pallet of this, pallet of that, put a container together. The biggest problem I have is we deal with small family-owned wineries, so we don't get a lot of one particular type of wine. So I can't even go into like HEB and say, here, let me sell you an end cap. I don't have that much wine.
Right.
So what we do is we sell it to private individuals, people that really like wine. And I had a couple of my samples last time here. You tasted them.
Yeah.
The quality of the wines are really, really good.
Yeah.
So we try to get wines to people that are kind of sick of the Cabernet Chardonnay thing.
Gotcha.
There's a lot of dude bros that will do the home brews at home and do their own. Are there anybody doing wine things like that? Is it not easy? It's not as easy.
My grandfather made wine
Dago
in the
Red,
closet.
yeah. All of our
Yeah.
grandparents did.
You don't go blind when you drink it or something, do you?
Oh, no, I used to drink it.
Wine is pretty easy to make. I mean, at the end of the day, it's fermented grape juice. But the way we're drinking it, I mean, the wines I've brought to you guys so far, these are really upper-end great products.
Yeah, they
Right. Oh, that's good. I think 6 is going to be my overall
I
favorite,
think 6
but
is my favorite too.
6.
I just like something that's light and evaporates.
Dave, what do you think?
I like number
on.
3. If I remember correctly, wasn't that
Okay.
the
That was my
American
second
one?
That is the
favorite.
American one,
Yeah,
yes.
I liked 3.
No, but now that seems a little heavy to me
We
compared
gave
to
you
6.
a glass of dumpster juice. I hate to tell you, but it was all.
I don't know.
Bar
You
mat.
just poured me, but I like number 1 better than number 2. I don't know where I
That was
listed,
4 and 6.
I listed myself
Yeah,
differently.
that was.
So
Chewy,
you
you're really
chose
good.
number 4.
Number 4. Yeah,
I'm the only one still sober.
yeah.
I think.
Did
I
you
think
say
the-
Stober?
No,
You said you were the only one Stober. I got to put that on a
Look at the
T-shirt.
look on his face.
I'm the only one that's still Stober.
we gotta go. We gotta go for the year. It's the end of the show for the year. At least.
I got a lot of work to do.
Maybe.
after the show.
All right,
Happy
well,
New
there-
Year, Merry
We got a couple
Christmas.
things here. First of all, there is an envelope, and I do have a prediction in there. And I got a couple Christmas presents for you guys.
Oh, thank you.
So Dale, why don't you
We
go with the
don't.
envelope?
We're not worthy.
So we. Okay, go with the envelope.
Okay.
Everything was great. Merry Christmas. The Grand Crew.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Oh yes,
yeah.
I got it
That's
again.
what I picked. Yeah. It's the best.
You're like the wine.
Impressive.
You're like,
The
you're
Kreskin.
You're
I
like
got
the
it.
wine. The wine Kreskin.
It's the best.
The wine Kreskin. Well,
but they were all good. Again, there was not a bad
No,
wine
no,
on
I
the
would
table.
go.
I'd be happy with all of them.
you got to go. Tim, thank you very much. How can people reach you?
They can reach me at winemanflynn@gmail.com.
Okay.
And Amphora Wines.
And you need and you need a website too.
I do need a website.
Yeah. All right. winemanflynn
You got 1 minute for
at
gifts?
gmail.com. Yeah, hurry.
Yeah, we
Let's
got
do
it.
it.
All right, we got it.
I'll go ahead and do the
I
spot.
mean, my driver is already
I'll go
here,
and do the
but
spot.
All right. So last time I was in, Dale, you mentioned that there was a shortage of micheladas, and Chewy is a michelada guy. Yeah. So this is a 2-part gift.
Whoa.
Wow.
So you get the michelada with the black capsule.
What?
What's the
with
black
that.
capsule?
Oh, okay. All right, I'm gonna hide that a little bit.
And then for Bob,
Yeah.
you get another bottle of something special. It is another Fonseca product.
Oh.
That's their reserve.
Thank
I
you.
think at your house, if you have like a little entryway, maybe you should have a little table, a couple bottles of your namesake and
Thank
some
you.
glasses.
I showed
Everybody
this
that
to
walks in.
everybody on
gets a
Zoom
shot.
yesterday, Mike. The
we
bottle
gotta
you
go.
gave me last
And then
time.
Dale,
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
a custom made. You're gonna love it. This is a custom made item, a one of one, an instant collector's item. I said something that you really loved, so I had a T-shirt made for you.
what?
Perfect for cleaning out the gutters or whatever.
What do we got here?
Got cork taint.
Cork tape. You very much loved that comment last time, so that one's for you.
Yes.
All right.
Anyways, Merry
Thank
Christmas,
you,
guys.
Tim. Thank you. Merry
Thank
Christmas.
everybody.
Thank you, Tim.
We're not
Pleasure
running
having
late.
you.
No need to rush
Okay,
off.
so-
Thank everybody for the year. Thank the listeners. Thank Dale.
You
Bob,
telling me what to do
Dave.
right now?
No, I'm just saying we do have an extra minute.
Oh, okay.
I can
Thank
make
you,
that
everybody. Thanks for a very weird, very emotional year.
No, we didn't.
And
yeah.
I want to say my best again. I got to call him, see if I go get a drink. My best to Matt Bearden. Sorry that happened.
Funny man, Matt Burton.
And maybe someday I'll tell you the whole story of everything. And Bob, thank you very much.
No problem.
I love you.
Yes, sir.
And Chewy, I already paid you.
Yes.
So there you go.
Dave,
was
you
your
got your
form-
handshake, right?
I got
Yes,
my
I
love.
did.
Okay,
I
good.
did.
All right, listen, I want to tell you about Tecovas. This is a great.
Dudley and Bob in Studio is brought to you by Tecovas, providing top quality Western boots and accessories online at tecovas.com, and by Renegade Truck Accessories, your source for truck caps, bed covers, lift kits, and custom services online at renegadetruck.net.